This is Darren. Darren loves everything about mountain biking. He lives in the world-famous riding mecca of Vancouver, Canada, near the North Shore, Squamish, and the world-famous Whistler Bike Park. He's been riding mountain bikes for over 2 decades until a few years ago when he started focusing on building his career, buying his first home, and starting a family. Now Darren wants to get back into mountain biking, but things have changed in the last few years. It's not about pushing your big downhill rig up the fire roads to ride one trail anymore, or taking your hardtail to the jump park to session all evening. The builders in this area have been doing some amazing work building new trails, and Darren wants to explore what he's been missing. So he got himself a do-it-all trail bike that can climb as well as rip up the trails. But there's one thing that Darren finds less than ideal when it comes to getting to those beautiful trails, and he's not the only one. You've got to climb and earn your turns, and well, Darren doesn't really like that part. Now hear me out. Darren is not a lazy dude by any means. He works long hours growing his business, and in his spare time, he's always taking care of his family and always outdoors. So when he has a few hours to ride, he's already pretty tired. Here's what it's like to start a ride with Darren. He starts off strong for the first few minutes, but as soon as the climb gets steep or his legs start burning, he'll just jump straight off the bike and start walking.
Already?
Bro.
You got this.
What are you doing to me, Ben? Where's the shuttle? Didn't we bring a truck?
We only brought one.
Oh.
Technically speaking, he has no problem getting out of tricksy situations, but when the legs start to burn, he's off the bike and he's walking.
Oh man.
You got this, buddy. I'm gonna pass you.
Oh. Hey, wait for me at the top, eh?
Uh-huh.
When you're just spinning your legs in the granny gear and going up something steep, it's hard not to think that walking is just as fast as riding. But we all know that's not true.
How the legs behind Darren?
Attached. I know they're there, that's for sure.
The downside of all this is that when I or others start riding up, we're often left waiting for Darren to catch up at the top, and well, he finds that a little bit embarrassing.
All right, we're here, buddy. We made it, Darren. Darren? Hope he didn't take a wrong turn. Darren! Okay, good. You made it!
Also, when Darren gets invited for a ride with riders that he knows are way faster climbers than he is, he often comes up with an excuse, and he has a lot of them. I've heard things like, "Oh, my bike's in the shop," or "I can't find my helmet." I'm pretty sure that his next excuse will be that he's got a round of frisbee golf. Take the climb out of the equation though, and it's a different story. This is what Darren loves about mountain biking, riding the trails. And trust me, this guy can rip.
Yeah, dude.
The conditions today are perfect, and after our first lap, I wanted to get out and ride some more, but Darren wasn't up to it.
Want to do this again?
Oh no, man. I think I need a beer.
You got another climb in you? No? No?
All right, yeah, buddy. I left it all up there.
You know what? I got an idea.
Yeah? What do you think?
Come with me.
All right.
Luckily for us, Bikes Online, who are a huge supporter of the channel, just sent me a brand new e-mountain bike to test out. I know this is still a little bit of a controversial subject for the die-hard purists out there, but I have no problems with e-bikes. More and more riders are starting to see huge benefits to getting a little bit of assistance up the hills. Even pro riders like Jackson Goldstone use them all the time to hammer out laps and work on their technique. But I wanted to see what Darren thought about them.
So you're gonna get a little bit of assistance up the hill with this guy. You
More
ever
so than this?
What's that? Yeah,
so
a little
than
bit
this?
more than your legs.
No, I haven't got into the e-bike market yet. I was looking at it a couple of years ago, but price points were a little high.
When I showed Darren the bike he'd be riding, he said that he had never been on an e-mountain bike before. He owns a Chinese-made e-bike just for getting around town, but this is a different beast. He also told me that he'd never ridden 29-inch wheels before, so this is going to be a day filled with firsts. So we swapped over Darren's pedals and got him all set up on the bike. We set up the suspension sag, and I made sure Darren knew what was going on with the motor controls. Once he was feeling good on the bike, we went right back to the same area we had ridden in the morning.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, I'm an eco like on a regular bike. Take it easy. Woohoo! Wait for me!
There's no friends on powder!
Yeah! How much better is this?
This feels like I'm going downhill.
How's the bike feel? Yeah? Good. Oh yeah, they just monster truck over everything. No getting off the bike now, right, Darren? It's so good.
This like actually turns into an enjoyable ride uphill. And yeah, every once in a while you gotta watch the power you're putting into it, right?
Yeah, you get going a little too fast uphill. When have you ever said that? Yeah, let's go to OSR again. We'll do the same trail, but on the new bike. Woo!
Whoa!
Yeah! Dude, it's like you've been riding this bike for years.
After the first lap on the e-bike and seeing the huge grin on Darren's face, I knew this was going to be an epic day.
How was that?
So much fun!
We then headed up to a different area of the valley where the trails are magical. But getting up here is no joke. The climbing trail is one of the most challenging I've ever seen. For good measure, I'm taking Darren on the most technical and steepest climb trail that I know of in the area. The trails at the top are absolute gems, but you definitely have to work to get up here. Having a little assistance on the most tiring part of the ride means that we'll be fresh and ready to tackle the gnar once we get up there. The other positive this e-mtb made in our ride today was that we actually had fun climbing, and I know Darren's never been able to say that.
So Darren, how was that climb?
Oh, buddy, it's just as much fun going up as going down.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Pretty impressive how well you can go up some very steep terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first time on the e-bike.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider doing a trail like that on a regular bike?
No, I'd be walking 99% of it.
Yeah. And then how'd you like the 29-inch wheels?
Oh, they help big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, even going up, you're rolling over things easier. You try and get a little momentum with the motor going into some of the steeper features.
Yeah.
And just pull up and boost over it, right?
Just monster truck over everything.
You gotta watch your pedal position when you're going over those rocks.
Sure, but that's with every bike, right? A nice thing with these is that you've got short cranks, right? They're 160 mil, right? So the pedal strikes are a lot less.
Yeah.
More importantly, how do the legs feel?
The legs feel like they could do a few more laps.
Really?
Which is awesome.
That's not the case with the regular bike.
Yeah. It's a debate whether I'm doing 2 laps, never mind 3, 4.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get 4 or 5 in today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely a lot more fun when you're going downhill more than up.
Sick. So a lot of people think that e-bikes are cheating. What's your opinion on that? Is this cheating? Is what we did today cheating?
I feel like I still got to work out if that's what they're worried about. You get more of a all body workout when you're riding downhill more. Right.
Yeah. You're working out the arms because you're muscling a heavier bike.
Yeah. And I don't think it's cheating. I think it's just a better way to get to the goal at the end of at the top of the hill.
Cram more fun into a limited time, right?
More laps without chairlifts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. You can access all these areas that aren't chairlift access, but have tons of great downhill trails. Right?
I feel like when your legs are cooked, your body's cooked. Like you would not think that, okay, I'm going up for another hour climb if your legs are already tired.
It really affects the fun you're going to have downhill too.
Yeah.
Because you end up being gassed halfway down the hill. You start getting squirrely. You don't feel
cramps.
as confident, right?
Yeah.
Can't hit those berms and those hits quite as hard. So,
right.
Yeah, saving your legs, there's a lot of benefits to it.
Yeah, buddy.
Darren was getting along great with the Colossus N8E.
First timer on this mountain. First timer on this trail. First timer on the e-bike. First timer on 29-inch wheels. You're killing it, buddy.
You gotta manhandle it, bro! You gotta manhandle it! Yeah.
After riding Manhandler, I knew I couldn't leave Eagle Mountain without showing Darren a trail called Marvin. This trail is a work of art. Wait until you see this.
Yeah!
Take this all the way down. You! Yeah. Nicely done.
Yeah, buddy.
This one's a little bit tricky. Just go to the left. Left, yeah. Nicely done.
Okay, drop it.
Nice control, buddy. You got it. Yeah. Stay right.
Darren and I were having a blast, and after 5 hours of riding, we decided to call it quits.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, homie.
Yeah.
How was that, man?
Feels like I still learned this beer. Like a full day of riding in, almost with a chairlift.
But you still feel good though, right? Like
Yeah.
you'd be ready for a ride tomorrow?
All right, let's go tonight.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, what's going on?
Nice. What was your favorite part of the ride?
You know what? Today, my favorite part was those sections that were steep uphill, and you could just motor up them.
Yeah.
That just blew me away.
The sections that you'd never be able to do on a regular bike,
Like
right?
it was just unreal how easy it was to bomb up them. You still have to like think about it, put some effort in,
Yeah.
really commit, and get some momentum going.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But once I figured out how to just hammer into it, even gearing up a bit to get some more speed going with the assist,
Yeah.
just bomb up it.
And then the downhill, like just like riding a regular bike, or how different was it?
Well, it was kind of in between my non-motorized all mountain bike and a downhill bike, is what I'd say.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So heavier than a bike,
Got
obviously,
that
right?
weight, which I kind of like when you're really bombing the more downhilly trails.
Right.
Especially like this stuff that's a little less flowy.
Yeah.
I like that bit of weight, keeps you centered.
Yeah.
But yeah, all around I was pretty impressed.
Seeing Darren look at the bike like that, I was trying to figure out what he was thinking. He was most likely trying to figure out what he could get for a kidney on the black market.
Man, I think you've ruined all mountain biking for me. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to go riding with you without assist again.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to go back, right?
I'm getting kind of old, man.
Once you go E, it's hard to go back.
How much are these things nowadays?
$49.99, so about $5,000.
Not bad.
But they usually go on sale down to like, 44-ish. So, it's around like six grand Canadian sort of thing, right? How do you think Sydney would feel if you brought home a $6,000 bike today?
Oh, buddy. Time's a little tight right now.
Yeah.
I think she'd probably kill me if I didn't at least talk to her first.
She'd kill you?
Yeah.
Well, she won't have to kill you, man. You can keep this one.
What?